My name is Jonathan Goforth, and I've been a realtor for 23 years. That's a long time. That's enough time that I've gotten to see the market go up and down and up and down. And here we are going into fall of 2020. We're looking at October. And what's going to happen in 2021? There's a lot of things that we're going to talk about with where everything is now, and because of where we're at now, what's coming. Thank you for watching my video. If you like all of this, please click subscribe. And next to that is a notifications bell. And if you turn that on, you'll be notified of my future videos. So I've been doing this for 23 years. Last year, I got to be in Forbes magazine as one of the top market leaders in the country, representing Kansas City. This year, I'm in Forbes magazine again in March of 2020, also on the top 500 list of agents in the country in Forbes magazine. Let's talk about where we're at, what's brought us up to today, so you understand where we're going to give us direction about the future. So when I first started, it was 1997. Life was great. It was a good real estate market. I was a brand new agent. And then that takes us up to 2001. What happened? Our really good real estate market was interrupted by the World Trade Center. When the World Trade Center got hit, the housing market tanked. Took about a year and a half to recover from that. Stock market tanked. It rebounded quickly, thank goodness. Took about a year and a half. There were interest rate decreases, drops in the interest rate. Between 2001 and 2005, my wife and I refinanced our house 4 times. That's how the government was reacting to stimulate the housing market. And did it work? Yes. 2003, 2004, 2005, my wife and I, we started building our dream house, which we still live in. And then 2006, the market peaked. It peaked, and it peaked big. There was so much construction, so many new home neighborhoods. My gosh, there was so much excitement in the housing market, and it peaked. And what happened right after that? The housing bubble that was being created, it popped. It exploded. And so what happened? In December of 2007, unemployment then was only 5%. And then, now this is a 6-year graph right here. This source of this information comes from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. That's where these 2 charts and the info on them comes from. This is 6 years long. So December of 2007, unemployment started climbing, and it hit 10% by October of 2009. And then we kind of lingered there, slowly dropping. Finally, May of 2013, unemployment dropped to 7.5%. This was a very difficult housing market. The problems then were caused, a lot of that, by the housing market. And it was tough. And we went through an enormous number of foreclosures. Property values dropped. They dropped fast. 2010 and 11 were just really tough years. We saw real estate companies go out of business. Agents quit. That was our market. Now, it recovered. It passed. World Trade Center, the hiccup that caused, that passed. This housing market bubble crashing, the housing market recovered. The crash, it all passed. And so now what we've had for the last 3 years is a strong seller's market. So now 2020, 2 years ago was awesome. So all the new realtors who have gotten licensed in the last 3 years, you've all been very spoiled with an amazing housing market, a seller's market. Now, we already had a seller's market before coronavirus came along. We had low inventory. We had appreciation. We had multiple offers already this time last year. The housing market was thriving last year. Last year in 2019 was the best year I've ever had. So my team of agents and I, we sold over 30 million last year. We are on track to do more than that this year because of everything I do in all my other YouTube videos. So please check out my other videos because I share all the secrets of what I do to make myself in Forbes magazine as one of the most successful agents in the country. Now, we recovered from this. You need to keep that in perspective. It was bad, but it became okay. And we came into the thriving market we have now. Now let's look at 2020. January of 2020, stock market's at a record high. We have the best economy ever in history. We are in a very strong seller's market, and it's a great time to sell a house. What happened in March of this year? Coronavirus, a worldwide pandemic. Businesses shut down, restaurants are shut down. Millions of people are instantly out of work, and we spike in about 6 weeks. Primarily, we spike in about 1 week to 14.7% unemployment. Devastating. This comes again from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now this, between here and here, only 7 months have passed. And unemployment is already back down to this. Here's where we're at looking for next year, because everybody wants to know what's about to happen. So what I want to tell you, if you're a homeowner and you're thinking about selling your house, hopefully your realtor has been telling you now is the time. All summer, we have been dipping into better and better situation for you to sell your house, get maximum top dollar, probably with multiple offers, driving your price higher and higher and higher. We've had appreciation every month. It's been an amazing dream come true real estate market for a seller, for a homeowner. Now for a buyer, it's been tough because we're at a record low inventory. Not just low, a record low inventory here in the Midwest. It's like that from all my realtor friends from around the country. So now what's going to happen next? If you're going to sell your house, you need to do it quickly. Maximize on our seller's market. I'm going to put a little more info up here, and then let's talk about what's coming next. Let's talk about what's going on right now at this moment. So if you're a homeowner, let me show you something that last month we had what was a record low inventory of homes for that month. We dipped 45% inventory lower than the same time last year. Now last year we were already in a seller's market, but now we have 45% fewer homes on the market of, that was July of 2020 for our MLS here in the Heartland MLS, which is the middle of the country for the giant Kansas City region. That means if you're selling your house, this is a dream come true. You're gonna get top dollar, you're gonna probably list it high, you're gonna probably get multiple offers, and the price is going up. If you can get it to appraise, which they have been until the last couple weeks, this is the most awesome thing you've ever dreamed of happening. Now this month, right now, what was announced, we are now at a 51% lower inventory of homes. That means right now we have half of the houses on the market than we did the same time last year. It's already a seller's market. This just made it a stronger seller's market. You combine that with not just low interest rates, but record low. Everybody I had that bought a house this time last year, they can all refinance right now, and they have been all summer. So I've been telling my clients, if you're about to sell your house, you've got to sell it quickly. If you know you're gonna sell it quickly. Do not wait until next year. If you don't have to wait, sell it now. Now you've got realtors out there telling people, oh, it's a virus pandemic. You don't want all these strangers coming in your house. Wait for a year and do it later. That's bad advice if you want to maximize top dollar for your house. You can take precautions with the virus, which we already do. We wear masks, we sanitize, we take good care of our clients and the protection of the homes that we list. That's a huge advantage for a seller. But if you're a buyer, you've been frustrated for the last year or two because there's very few homes to go look at. And when you go look at it, there's a crowd of other buyers there. Everybody else wants that house too. And so you're having to pay not just full price, but you got to go higher than full price to get these really good houses. You better have your financing in order. It's awesome if you have cash or you're getting a conventional loan. If you're doing an FHA loan or a VA loan, a lot of sellers don't want to take the risk of that appraisal. So that's where we are right now. Now, I will say in the last 2 weeks, the end of September, some of our listings, because I do a lot of listings, they are not appraising. We're selling them so high still, but now the appraisers are becoming more cautious. They're not giving us the values that we need when we oversell it by thousands of dollars higher because we just got 9 offers the first night. That's the beginning of a warning sign that we have known is coming. So what we're going to see, our government right now has been so gracious to not allow foreclosures. So you've got millions of people right now in the United States behind on making mortgage payments. None of them can be foreclosed on. This is the first time in history the government has said we're not going to allow that. We need some time to pass so we don't go into a housing crisis. They do not want to see this happen to the housing market. That's what happened in 2007 and 8 and 9 and 10. So no matter who wins the election, they need to protect the housing market. Well, already we have record low interest rates. And so that has brought out so many buyers who want to buy a house. So again, if you're about to sell your house, get it on the market quickly. Don't miss the opportunity to capture a seller's market on your house. So what's probably going to happen as we go into next year, at some point, the government's going to allow the banks to foreclose on their clients who are way behind on their mortgage payments. Now, hopefully, everyone goes back to work over the next month or two, and we eliminate the problem of all these people behind on mortgage payments. But at some point in 2021, the banks will be allowed to foreclose if they feel like they need to. And so what we're going to see is when this begins, houses come on the market. We're going to see foreclosures come on the market. For the first time in many years, there could be a lot of them. Now, this creates a shift in the market. Our market's going to change. Right now, we have a strong seller's market because inventory is so low, there's not much to go buy. But as the inventory starts to climb, thanks to more houses coming on the market, whether they are foreclosures, whether they are just people selling their homes. We're going to also see more buyers come into the market because now there's more opportunity. If you are looking to flip houses or you just want to buy rentals and you've been frustrated because everything is so overpriced right now because there's nothing to buy, your opportunity is coming in a few months. Sometime in 2021, whenever it starts, there's going to be opportunities. When these listings begin coming on the market, there will be opportunity to buy. Now, when we start getting a lot more listings, then you're not going to see the need for lots of multiple offers on one property. And so you're not going to see the rapid appreciation that we've had for the last 3 years. You're going to see home values begin to plateau or fall. Now, it won't be true in every single city. It depends where the market changes. It depends where the majority of foreclosures come on. An opportunity that could happen would be vacation rentals. If people have vacation rentals and they need to sell it off to protect their personal home because they can't keep both houses going, then you're going to see people start selling off vacation rentals. If we start seeing that in certain areas, you'll see values begin dropping. in some places where I think it'd be great to buy something. Wouldn't it be great if we could all own a vacation rental in Florida on the beach? So opportunities will be coming if that happens. It's coming though. Now here's how the housing market works. If you have somebody tell you, well, it's just going to keep going higher and higher and higher, that's not possible. That line of thinking doesn't even make sense. This is how the housing market has been over time. It cycles up and down all the time. This would have been coming up and boom, World Trade Center, it's a crisis. The market dips, we start climbing again. Here we have 2006, the market peaked. And then we have, actually this went more like this. This was a bad one. It really dipped, but it's up again. And so now we're going to see the effects of a coronavirus because it's put a lot of people out of work. We can't continue a strong seller's market like we have forever. It's been a long time already. Interest rates can't go lower. So if we see this dip next year, and it might last a year, might last a year and a half, it's not going to be anything like this because we don't have a huge amount of inventory. We don't have that. So if there are lots and lots of foreclosures, they will probably sell quickly because there are so many investors waiting for opportunities. And the stock market right now is so high, it's setting record highs again. People can cash out of the stock market and start investing into this. And this will start climbing again. So I'm telling you right now, if you're looking at selling your house, we're at the peak. Get it on the market, get it sold quickly before we start going into this. Now this will also pass. We go up, we go down. We go up, we go down. If you're a realtor, you need to be marketing your brand, your image, your name to everyone you know. Because the more houses, the more people who know you sell houses, the more houses you're going to sell. That's the bottom line to have a successful real estate career. The more people who know you sell houses, the more houses you're going to sell. Now, if you're thinking of buying a house and you don't have anything to sell, you can buy now and buy at the peak and you capture a very low interest rate. But I don't think interest rates are coming up anytime soon. Now they could. Depends who wins the election. But maybe you should buy where it starts going down over the next few months. Now it's not going to happen next month, but sometime in 2021, we're going to see this happen. It just makes sense. So get yourselves ready. I think that's what's coming. I wish I could predict it and time it out, but nobody can do that. But that's probably what makes sense. This is exciting because it brings new opportunity for people who've been missing out. Right now, it's still the perfect time to sell. Get ready for the perfect time to buy. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please click subscribe. Thanks.